Greetings, scholars. I want to talk to you about day 3 of writing the discipline paper. Um, so, on day 1, we formatted the paper either in MLA or APA format because my major requires MLA. I'm going to keep with the MLA format. We talked about transferring the directions from the topic and guidelines sheet to this sheet. Section 1 should have 3 paragraphs about your major. Section number 2 should have multiple paragraphs listing the causes and the effects of the war in Ukraine. And section 3 should discuss the problems that you see as a result of the war in Ukraine from your perspective as a social worker, as a communications major, or a criminal justice major. So sections 4 and 5 on day 3, you want to focus on finding solutions. What are the solutions, right? You've already discussed the problems. Now I want you to discuss solutions. You said that from your perspective as a criminal justice major, prosecuting Putin for war crimes and bringing to justice those soldiers who committed murder or sexual abuse, rape, right? Uh, those soldiers who committed robberies, thefts while they were in Ukraine. Those were your three problems. I want you to tell me 2 solutions, right? Take those 3 problems. You have 3 problems. I want you to give me a solution for 2 of them. And I want you to write me a 4-paragraph essay, introduction to body paragraphs, and a conclusion, right? Addressing the 2 solutions that you see from your perspective as a social work major, communications major, criminal justice major. Social worker, if you talked about a problem being the fact that kids were traumatically impacted by the war, how are you as a social worker going to solve that problem? What are you going to do as a social worker to help those kids get through their PTSD? Okay. Solutions. I want you to write about solutions to 2 of the 3 problems that you discussed in section 3. In section number 5, this is just the conclusion for the paper. You're going to write a standard conclusion. Talk about the challenges that you will as a social worker, that you'll face as a social worker, communications major, criminal justice major, not only in dealing with a situation like war, but any challenge that you will face right here in the United States. You can write multiple paragraphs for this section if you would like, right? So the conclusion, you've talked about the war, you're going to summarize, but you're also going to say that what? It's not just the war in Ukraine. As a social worker, I'm going to have to deal with problems right here in the United States. And here is a list of some of the problems that I may have to deal with. Do the same for the criminal justice major, communications major. Don't forget that all research that you use, if it's MLA, you will have a works cited page. If it is APA, you will have a reference page. As always, watch this video more than one time and make sure that you understand what it is I am asking you to do or requiring you to do for this paper. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I will be happy to answer your questions. That is all for this video and this unit. I look forward to reading your papers. Be safe.